In a square inch of carpet, you can have more bacteria in that carpet than an unclean toilet seat. If that puts it into any perspective for you, to give you an idea. And that's what we, children lay on, roll on, play on, hands down, hands in their mouth.
I'm Claudia, and this is Social Questions by Top Choice Awards. Today, we're here with Karen and Mark Norman, owners at Dang Good Carpet and Furnace Cleaning, Calgary's top choice carpet cleaning services of 2026. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you very much for having us again. This is 5 years in a row now. We're very honored and grateful to be here, and for all the folks that voted for Dang Good to be a part of this for another year.
No, it's amazing to have you here again. There's a growing movement towards non-toxic, chemical-free everything, cleaning products, baby items, pet care. How has Dang Good responded to customers who are specifically asking for a cleaner, safer solution for in their homes?
Yeah, great question. So all of our suppliers that we get our cleaning products from really do the science behind this and provide fantastic products that are very eco-friendly, safe for children, pets, and all of that kind of stuff. And also carpets today some carpets are manufactured now where you can clean with no chemicals. So, or cleaning products, just simply straight steam cleaning. And I think that's trending more and more popular. Over time, I see carpets that are manufactured to be cleaned without chemicals to become more of a mainstay.
And the only time I think there'd be an exception is with pets, because if there's urine in the carpet, if you put steam just on it, that might be a problem. Then you might have to have some kind of chemical, but it would be eco-friendly.
Okay, thank you. Calgary's real estate market has been one of the hottest in Canada. People are buying and selling fast. How often are you getting called in to prep a home before it hits the market? And what kind of difference does a professional clean actually make to the sale?
Yeah, so we do get calls on a weekly basis for people selling their homes. We could get a call from the realtor themselves asking us to come in and help restore the carpets to a better condition, whether it be carpets, tile floors, furnace and duct cleaning, all of these things. And when people walk into a home that's for sale and it presents in such a way that they can tell that the home has been well cared for, cleaned and fresh and ready to move in, it does impact the sale of the home, I would say, a lot.
Yeah, I would too. Yesterday we cleaned decks now, and yesterday we cleaned actual red paint off a deck, which was huge as well, because I don't suppose anybody would want to sell a home with red paint on the deck.
Was it just splotches of red paint?
Well, they had a home project, and the homeowner was spraying whatever they were spraying on their very expensive vinyl deck, and all the overspray went onto the deck, and we were brought in to clean the carpets and deck for them. But we didn't promise we were going to remove that red paint for them because it was an acrylic paint. And but we were successful for that client. They were super, super happy.
Yeah, thank goodness. Pet ownership skyrocketed post-pandemic and hasn't slowed down. What are the most stubborn pet-related carpet and furnace challenges that you're dealing with? And is there anything that's genuinely unsalvageable?
Yeah, that's another great question. We come across this on just about every day. We go into homes that people have pets that, sometimes the pets are ill, have some sort of disease even, and are causing them to have accidents on the carpet, whether it be urine or feces. Urine can be very problematic because it'll seep into the underlay and even into the subfloor. We can clean the carpets. We cannot restore the underlay. So in serious situations where it's a repetitive problem, where they're going in the same area, sometimes you are in a full rip out situation. You're not going to restore those floors without a complete removal, proper sealing of the wood floors underneath, and then reinstalling new flooring. A lot of times, if it's not that bad, we have great success with our cleaning products and treatments on carpets. We really put a lot of effort into getting those cleaned up for clients, because we do know it's an expensive endeavor if we're unsuccessful. So we give it our best every time.
We actually had a situation. It was a special carpet, wasn't it? We did with the black
It was a
light.
stain-proof, pet-proof
But
carpet.
it was a pet-proof carpet, but we did a black light and there was urine absolutely everywhere. But because it was pet-proof, it actually did all come out. So when we shone the black light afterwards, quite often if you shine the black light afterwards, you still see some stains there. But this had no stains at all. We did a video on that to show it was actually all gone.
Another satisfied client there.
Amazing. Well, most people don't realize that their carpet is actually acting like the largest air filter in their home. I mean, it traps dust and allergens and bacteria. Can you walk us through what's actually in a carpet that hasn't been professionally cleaned in over a year?
Yeah, well, that list would be very long, far much more time than what we would have here today. But, you know, in a square inch of carpet, you can have more bacteria in that carpet than an unclean toilet seat. If that puts it into any perspective for you, to give you an idea. And that's what we, you know, children lay on, roll on, play on, hands down, hands in their mouth, all this type of thing. But there's all kinds of staph infections and different various infections that you can glean from a carpet. So cleaning them properly on an annual basis is always a really good idea, because you have pets as well. They're outside, they're in dog parks, they're walking on your carpets or laying down and that type of thing. So your pets can bring in all kinds of germs and bacteria, and your furry little friend can be bringing in some unwanted visitors for sure.
Like mice.
Wearing shoes inside, or even if we're outside barefoot and then bring it in.
Correct, yes.
Well, Dan Good is a bold name. It's essentially a promise to every customer. How do you make sure that promise gets kept on every single job, every single time?
Yeah, okay. Well, this is very, very important to my wife, Karen, and I.
Yeah,
and anytime a client makes first contact with us, we take an extended amount of time to ask a lot of questions, because the more questions we can ask and get answered, we learn about your needs, your particular home and situation, because every household is different. Every family is different. So each client has a unique requirement by us to meet their needs. So we take all of that information in, and after we've explained everything to the client, before a technician goes to that customer's home, he's well versed on their needs and expectations as well. And at that point, our desire is to deliver a dang good job. So we give our clients our utmost attention to detail. Their home is their castle, and it's our job to perform at a very, very high level. That said, once the job is complete, that's not the end of our contact with our clients. I personally follow up with each and every client individually after the job is completed to be sure that we've delivered that service at a high quality that they expect. And if for any reason, because we're not anything isn't quite right, we make sure it is right.
And I want to add to that is that we will not promise something that we can't deliver. That's very important. In fact, we've actually turned away customers because we feel that actually wastes their money trying to clean a carpet that's not really salvageable. So we will not take on a job that, you know, we're just not going to waste their money. And we've done that. In fact, we've actually had reviews for that reason saying, you know, I'm so glad you didn't try and get my work when it wasn't necessary. So we'll do that too. But yeah, our customers being happy is very, very important to us.
Well, it sounds like excellent customer service from start to finish. Thank you so much, and congrats again on your win. What would you like to say to your Top Choice Award voters?
Well, I'd like to say thank you very much again for voting for us. Your support means everything to us. Clients obviously are what keeps dang good.
Yeah.
We hope we're here again next year for year 6. We'll certainly do our best. You know, for all of our clients, it's just their experience is the most important. So we appreciate it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And this has been another episode of Social Questions.